Right.
Hi, it's Chloe Beevers here from Curate Space, and today we are here in Sydney with Robert Kirby, and Robert's run workshops and worked with people all over the world in their development, and we're really excited to be bringing Robert to Melbourne this week to run his programs.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've always loved Melbourne. It's a magnificent city. I've worked there many times. Been quite a few years in recent times, but I'm looking forward to Friday night and Saturday.
Yeah, fantastic. So let's talk a bit more about what you're going to be doing with us.
Sure.
So it's a very difficult time of year for a lot of people in terms of, a lot of people think it's a very festive time, but it's also one of the busiest times of year for like the phone counselling services like Lifeline, because it can be a very lonely time. People are missing someone and missing that sense of connection and belonging. So I think this is a really important time of year to be running the Heartfelt Relationships program.
Absolutely. Years ago in doing events in Australia, people would say, oh, don't do anything over the holidays. People are just so busy shopping and going to parties and year-end festivities and all that. But in recent years, I've been experimenting doing events around the Christmas time, and people are in pain. This is people who are in relationships, committed relationships, and things aren't working. That deeper connection has been lost, and people suffer. And also singles. They can go out and party, but at the end of the day, if you're alone, it is a very lonely time of the year. I agree.
So what sort of processes would we be looking at doing over this time? So like how can we deepen our connection?
Well, one of the things is the reason Heartfelt Relationships course has been around 15 years already is because it doesn't matter if you're single looking for someone special, or if you're in a committed relationship, you just want to deepen it and make it stronger, is that we work on your relationship with yourself. And I mean on an emotional level, on an intellectual level, but also on a deeper vibrational level. And so I have this vibrational scale that I'll bring along that people find very exciting. And so it affects everything. If you're over time, sometimes our vibration will go down, we get exhausted, disappointment in life, could be in relationships or with your health or in business, and over time the relationship goes down. This affects dating dramatically, and when I help people get their vibration up, they feel much more confident about themselves, and it's almost like the next partner finds them. They don't have to go looking and feel that sense of anxiety about it. And if you're in a relationship, and sometimes things, that sexual tension between a couple can flatten out over time, when your vibration goes up, it can inspire your partner to re-engage with you on a deeper level emotionally and spiritually and physically.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Who doesn't
exciting.
want that?
Yeah.
And what about people who've been single for a long time, or people who've haven't had a long-term relationship for a while? They might be going through the same cycle.
It's
in
interesting.
A rut.
We human beings have patterns. We're creatures of habit. And some people will go from long-term relationship to long-term relationship, or they'll have one relationship mostly for their whole life. Other people flitter about a bit, and it depends on their historical issues, the family of origin. Some people will be in a fairly long-term relationship, and then for years they won't date. And definitely they contract emotionally, and their vibration will go way, way down. But they're not conscious of it.
Yeah.
And they feel a deep sense of disconnection. Some people just can't get past the honeymoon phase. So every 2 years they have someone new. And it's shallow, but it has that short-term sense of excitement, but then they're alone again, and they feel that anxiety because they want to be with someone. So we have all these patterns, but they can be addressed because we all have baggage. None of us come from a perfect family. We take the best and worst qualities of both parents, and we're here to deal with it. If we want love in our lives, then we have to deal with the baggage.
So really it comes back to really like a deeper connection with ourselves.
Exactly. So that's why I focus on the relationship with self, so it can touch everyone's soul, that they feel a deeper sense of connection with self, and then everybody in the room, and then they can carry that out into the real world. One of the things I've noticed after 28 years is people don't have special workshop behavior. What you do in the workshop is what you do out in the real world. So if you have social anxiety in the workshop, if you feel separate from the group, it's a wonderful mirror and not to beat yourself up, but to say, wow, this is what I do.
Yeah. So what can people expect to experience on Friday night and or Saturday?
Okay, so on both events, I'll teach you some cutting edge theory, but also we're going to work on the emotional, spiritual, and physical / energetic elements of interpersonal relationships. Talk about, what are some of the biggest pitfalls of long-term relationships? What is the biggest dream killer of long-term relationships? And what are the things that stop people from really connecting? If you're single and you want to meet someone who just isn't looking for a fling, I know a lot of times ladies feel disappointed because they give the wrong impression. The guy hears one thing and the woman is really looking for Mr. Right. She's looking for a deeper connection, long-term connection, but somehow it doesn't come across. If she doesn't really communicate that, then she attracts the wrong kind of guy for her. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you're attracting that type of person that wants something superficial, then you're giving off the wrong message. So we can give feedback on that, help people shift their energy in body, mind, spirit. It makes a massive difference, can change your life.
Wow, sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So whether you're single or in a relationship, wanting a better relationship with yourself, sounds like it'd be really, really valuable time to come and join us on Friday night.
Exactly.
So Robert's worked with people all over the world, and we're really excited at Curate Space to be bringing Robert to Melbourne, flying down especially from Sydney to deliver these programs with us. So look forward to seeing you there in a few days' time.
I look forward to meeting everybody. Thanks, Chloe.